What's up, YouTube? So I was thinking, I'm posting this video here because this is where most of my content, as far as instruction-based stuff, is based. So I feel like that's really who should get the say in this thought. If you haven't noticed, I'm kind of ramping some stuff up that I'm doing here. Kind of trying to find some more creative ways to present what I offer. Excuse me. It's early, caffeine's kicking in, and all that good shit. Anyway, we just did something new. I got myself a little phone holder, which will allow me to do a lot of things like this, hands-free. Let me do things like time-lapse, since it is also hands-free, to do those little videos. I've kind of had a thought here. So, in the past, my previous thought, it was I got into this art venture stuff, right? And then at first it was I was like, this is going pretty well. Maybe I could, when they make stuff for people and sell it or whatever, because anytime you get good at anything in a capitalist society, there's always what money can you make off of it, right? Which I'm not really honestly giving a positive or negative critique, even though I have my feelings on that whole process. But that is the thing, right? It's you think that you start to get a little good at stuff, and people want to buy your stuff, and then it kind of can go in that direction. I tried to go in that direction, and like many of my peers, it turned out to be something it wasn't, and I found myself at kind of a venture. It was I was doing commissions, right? And then I did the commission, and it was the whole time I was just fucking panicking because stuff wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to, and I felt like I was not giving a product to the customer that I was happy with. They didn't give me any negative feedback, but I know what I want to present if someone's paying me for work, right? I don't know, it wigged me the fuck out real bad, and I quit making stuff for 2 or 3 months when this happened. So I was I came out of that as kind of a knee-jerk reaction in the opposite direction of fuck money in my art. I don't want that ever to touch. It's sacred ground, blah blah blah. And I mean, I guess in some ways I'm still kind of in that territory, because I don't want to have a job making art, because then it will eventually turn into a thing you have to do. It's going to start to suck. You're not going to want to do it. Part of what makes my stuff special, in my opinion, is my passion for what I create. And if the passion's not there, then what the fuck are you doing? Then you're just another person pumping shit out to pump shit out. And that sucks. I don't like content like that. I would imagine people who like my kind of content wouldn't like that kind of content. So it's fuck that, Anyway, so that's kind of where I've stayed as kind of a protective measure, so I could grow and learn and progress as I have. And I'm still kind of in that ground. However, there is this kind of aching feeling in the back of my head that as I've grown and I've learned stuff, and I really see I'm kind of creating something special with the stuff that I make, is I would ultimately like to be able to dedicate more time and resources to making this stuff. Not necessarily becoming a day job kind of thing. Because again, not only is fuck that because of the passion thing, but also it is ultimately a gamble of if you quote unquote quit your day job and start to create shit, there's that risk of if it goes sour, then what are you going to do? You got to go find another job. Oh shit. So I don't think as of right now, I really feel that's the move. Never say never, because you never know what something can turn out where it's you are able to just stick back so much money. If you're being so successful, then you can consider that as a safe thing. But that's my feeling on the situation. However, like I said, I feel maybe there is some sort of a middle ground here, in that I could probably at least maybe fund the cost of some of the stuff that I do, to be able to provide more for you guys that may want to learn some stuff. And in that conversation always comes things like Patreon or whatever, and maybe, right? But here's the thing, if I would do something like that, again, because of my sense of pride to what I do, I would never want to do something like that and not offer something that really feels like you're getting your money's worth, right? So file it under an if thing. And if I were to do some sort of an effort like that, just thinking about what content, if you guys think that maybe that's something that you'd like to see out of me, then the question is what do you feel you get your money's worth with different things? So your hypothetical, I've seen very often quote unquote a $5 tier where you get advanced access to videos and shit. That's always a possibility. I would want to have some stuff that it's I feel kind of on the fence about it, right? On one hand, I hate the thought of someone not being able to get access to my stuff because they can't afford to. and that feels just yucky to me. But on the other hand, if someone's going to pay me money, I want to give them something extra for their money, for what they're paying for. So perhaps some sort of maybe like a timed exclusive content that people eventually get access to, but then like there's maybe other things I could do. It's a matter of what can I offer you, because that's what all my content here is about, is like I make this stuff and it's fun, but I want to show you guys how to make it. It's about serving y'all as a teacher, as a, it's not that I'm like any kind of a professional. It's just that I do weird shit that tends to be in a way that nobody else does it. And then if you want to know how I do it, well, you can learn from me. Because very often I follow creators and it's like, I want to know how they make the shit that they make, So many people I followed growing up, like Wayne Barlow, James Gurney, I would see their books and I was just like, man, how do I fucking learn how to do that stuff? And there was never anything like that when I was a kid. But here we are in this age when you can provide that content as a creator. So, maybe some other options, because if you follow my YouTube and you're on here, I've done some pretty wild ass projects and stuff, is like, would y'all want like some sort of like a one-on-one consultation to where like if you see like, me making robot monsters and you're like, yo, I want to make a robot monster, or you see the color selection that I put on some of my stuff and you're like, I'd like some input on like color selection and the way to paint things, blah blah blah. Perhaps offering at a higher tier some sort of like a one-on-one consultation where I work with you guys and kind of consult with you on your projects to kind of give you some guidance to kind of go in a direction of where to kind of make something creatively, or like a how do I pull that off thing, because that's kind of, in my opinion, it's my specialty. Is like I have been very successful at like, I have a cool idea, it's never been done before, how are we gonna pull this shit off? I mean, I literally did that with my Space Godzilla with the fucking teeth. Like I had to like drill out a gap for gums. Like I know I talked about it in the other video, but like I was like, how do I make the teeth? Well, I make the teeth separate. I use them in a clay that you bake in the oven and make those hard. But then I have to do the gums with a milliput, so it's an air cure and it works literally like gums. And you put the teeth in the gums, kind of thing. Like I come up with shit like that off the top of my head, and if I could offer that to other people trying to make cool creative shit, if it helps them, then I'd like to offer that perhaps. So, but the thing is, like, I'm wide open on ideas. If you guys think that this is a shitty idea, fuck that, stay free forever, tell me in the comments. Like, I mean, I just ultimately am here to assist and serve, and if there's an opportunity for me to offer more that's worth money for y'all, that you feel is worth money, then you tell me. Or if you have any other ideas of what you'd like out of me to be able to do, like you would like, I would do this for this amount of money or whatever, I don't fucking care. Just any ideas that you guys have. I just wanted to leave an open forum for my YouTube followers, since, like I said, you guys have followed, you've seen more of my stuff than anybody else. Therefore, I want your feedback first. I'm fucking brand new to TikTok. That's new for me. Instagram's been there for a while, but it's been more of like a posting my work and not so much of a posting my creative process in there. So that was all I wanted to make for a video today. Just put my feelers out there, see what you guys might be interested in. So this is an opportunity for you guys to chime in. If you have any feelings about any of this, throw it in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to continue to brainstorm with my amigos. And as far as like future content, you're seeing me do more of like the quote unquote real shit. It's just I do feel like it is a useful format for kind of quick nuggets of how I do things and entertaining content. So I don't mind doing it, and I've got some new things I want to do with that. I'll be bringing back a lot of stuff. I'm going to tell you that. Like, I kind of sort of tried things in the past, like my quote-unquote Just the Tip tool series of like, or not tool series, of tips, really, and to show you like creative little ways to pull shit off. I do want to have kind of, I don't know what we'll call it, like a here's creative tools thing, like this fucking thing right here. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a video talking about scrapers in Plama, which is nuts. It's a great tool. I do know some other people who are using them. And it's like, why does nobody talk about a scraper? Because it's a great tool to remove like excess cement or seam lines. And I never see anybody talk about this shit. You guys deserve to know it, because like I didn't discover these things till like June, until someone showed me in June. I'm like, holy shit, it has become one of the most valuable tools in my arsenal. I have a lot of stuff like that I want to offer you guys of like, nobody might have shown you this before, but I'll show you. So I'll probably do some like build tip little mini videos. I'll do some cool tools videos. I'm gonna break up, I've got that. The next thing is gonna be this Shadow Terror Mirage is being painted with the Vanta Black type paint. I'm gonna break that up into little chunks so you guys can watch that. I think what I'd like to do, no promises with anything because it's just, I do what feels right, and if it feels like shit, I throw it away. Um, I did a time lapse last night. I don't know if you guys saw, but if I continue to do those, like a time lapse from start to finish, I'll stitch together and make like a big long cut time lapse of the whole build. I think that'd be pretty sick. But yeah, that's it for me today. Those are my thoughts on some things I'd like to do. If you guys think this sounds cool, let me know. If you think it's shit, let me know. I'm here for y'all at the end of the day. I make stuff for fun for me. I share how I do it and what I'm doing for you. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me rattle for 10 minutes. And y'all have a good day.